Welcome back to another video. I know it has been about 2 weeks, but this video has been in the works. We've been busy, and I hope you guys are excited for it. So, not a lot of people know yet, but the man Vithi ended up copping a as I trip over the tire, a GS300 or 400?
430, get it right, Logan.
GS430. Yo, they all look the same. Actually, this one looks a little bit longer. I don't know the really difference, but super dope. Super hype. Yo, let's show the people what you got, because you got a little bit of everything, right?
Special order T-Demand arms.
Yeah, okay.
They actually just powder coated them red for me.
Okay, blood version.
They call them B-Demand, actually.
Right.
Don't worry about what this says. That's actually T-Demand.
Okay, okay.
A little bit of everything for the rear. Some more rear.
Rear lowers, all three.
Shut your mouth.
Why does it say Godspeed?
Front uppers, front lowers.
Edit that out.
Say Godspeed?
Edit that out.
That's how fast God goes. It's
Hey,
God's
uppers.
speed.
Does T-Demand sell pink coilovers?
Rear lowers. They're special. They're Broadway special order.
All right.
You wouldn't know about that.
They're 623 coil. Word.
Custom powder coat from
Okay.
859.
That's an area code. That's gotta be. But yeah. So that's the gist of it. We're gonna get this thing in the air. You can see this monster truck.
They're on the way. They're like on
Yeah, Maddie's pulling up with some wheels. We'll see if we can fit them.
You guys can see how stock this thing is, and by the end of the video, we are hoping that it's gonna look like
There's nothing here.
this.
Yep, that's the one.
Oh, stay tuned for this video. Just picked up the Dodge. It's a 12 valve, 5-speed. I'll go into all of that later. If you follow my Instagram, you have seen it already, but we're gonna have a walk around on that later. So also stay tuned. Let's get this thing in the air and let's get today rolling. To potentially save us from a lot of headaches, this is the first time that we're actually doing this. Went through, PB blasted everything. We're gonna take these calipers off, the spindles off, the front uppers off, all three of the lowers, the rear upper, and the coilovers on front and rear. So just to save that hassle, we PB blasted everything. Hopefully this will make it easy. Not sure if we're gonna have to take off the axle nut, which I actually think that we might have to, so we also PB'd those. And
I don't have the socket for that.
for what?
Axle nut.
We got them subs bumming in there. Hey,
Look at this though. Look at this. Look at this. This is the ground wire. Look how thick the pound wire. What was going on?
dude, this was
That's
definitely
like 4 gauge. This is like.
Yeah, but I used to run 1 gauge.
Yeah, but look at the size of this ground.
PP blasted.
Look at the size of the ground. I don't see a sub here.
Yeah. So you feeling?
So about 5 minutes in, we have the caliper off, which is 217 bolts, one and then the other's on the ground. After we took that off, we took the rotor off. After the rotor was off, we made sure that the castle nut on the upper control arm was off, which was super weird because it's like pretty much destroyed. Not sure how that happened. Maybe somebody had a wrong wheel, whatever. And then also these two bolts are what hold on, which are 17s as well. These hold on the spindle, so you can actually see that I just lifted it up, but because we don't have a ball joint puller and that didn't want to come off with the big hammer, we might have to go to AutoZone real quick, get that, and then the only other thing to do real quick is to take off the coilover in the front. Haven't touched the rears yet. Figured we'd just kind of take apart the front, get that together, and then worry about the rears later, just because we know that'll be a bit harder. But we've got everything laid out: rear lowers, rear camber arm, rear toe arm, front uppers, rear uppers, and coilovers. So we'll show you a little tips and tricks for putting these in, as well as using these ball joints and then flipping the ball joints to get an extra couple of degrees of camber. I showed that in my IS300 video, if you want to check that out. And then we may or may not take off a locking nut, depending on how much these give. Kind of just going to throw them on and figure out how much we want, how much we need, and go from there. We started working on the rear upper, got that nut off, which I believe is a 19, and then we just took a hammer and hit this part right here on the side, on both sides, and the ball joint actually popped out. Took a little bit of work for the rear bolt to get off. I had to stick a 17 all the way up there and just do tiny little turns at a time. Finally got it on. And then this one was pretty easy. So all of this stuff came right out. What I am realizing is this is just a LS, but easier to work on. So all of the arms and everything is almost the same other than the rear upper, but the orientation of all the arms, along with the front spindle setup and all of that, is the same as an LS. So if you're watching this and you have an LS or IS or whatever, or you watch my other vlogs, almost the identical same. So what we are going to do is take these stock arms, we're going to take the aftermarket arms and make them the same length, so that putting them back in will make it super easy, and then we can adjust while everything's in the car. So while we do these other arms, while we get everything else broken loose along with the coilover, just to make it easy, we'll start throwing this together and then get this side set up.
Damn, you dark.
All right, I showed you guys how screwed up this thing is. I mean, it's going sideways. The anticipation of like the, hey, it worked. I don't know if we'll be able to get this off, but.
No, it's not broken.
I'm about to say.
Well, hold up, where's the thingy?
What?
The 19? Facts. It's on Jose's card too. Hell yeah.
Yeah, shout out Jose.
Yo, this is. I need a 17. Shout out Jose. Thanks for buying us this. They actually have a no rental policy, so yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I don't know. He thought I was working on shorts.
So did you tell him, hey, check this out, guys. Welcome.
I told him the guy
cardboard
that
in
does
there.
finish is really busy right now.
Oh wait, that's plastic. But yeah, so we got these fronts off. 217s on the bottom, castle nut, get that little poppy tool, and then I already explained all this jim jam. Make sure you don't forget the 10 on the wheel speed sensor. That just goes right there and then pops right out. There's also a 10 on the coilover, which I took off just because we're about to take the coilover off. I believe these are 14 or 15s up there. Hopefully not too hard. We'll take these off and then the coilover comes next. I think this is probably a 19 and a 17 on this side, and then probably a 13 or 14 on the top. So we'll get this apart, show you what we did, and then just do the other side real quick, and then hop back on the rear. Meanwhile, in the madness, you got a little special delivery.
Hopefully.
A little special.
If they fit.
A little special.
If they fit.
Okay. Whoa! We'll show you what they are.
Okay.
Yeah, the three of them are straight. It's that one with the wires that shows wires and
Potential GS rimps?
Potential. No promises.
Yo. Little decent sized lipskis. Okay. Guess we're gonna have to take all of the locking nuts off. Psych! We did take one though. I'll show you those before we put it in. But we are slowly taking apart the other side. I took off the upper already, loosening everything on the other side just before the sun goes down. Vithi is finishing up taking off the other side front because I got this side done already. And yeah, we're just trying to get all the hard stuff done before the sun goes down, just so if we run into any issues, we can show you what it is and won't have to like stick a light up and stuff. But all of the lowers on this side have been loosened. All of the lowers on the other side have been loosened. The upper is almost off other than that hard back one, which I'm gonna have Vithi help me with in a second. And pretty much both fronts are all taken apart. So we will show you as we're installing the arms if we run into any issues, any of that stuff. I think we're gonna eat just a little bit, or maybe in a little bit, and then figure out what we're gonna do with these wheels after we get everything together. Bada bing, bada boom, look down and we're gonna be missing some arms. Because we are putting them on, yes sir.
I was like, yo, there's no way we're missing.
So we got this rear upper on. Like I was explaining before, we took off this front locking nut. I tightened both of them all the way in and then held the ball joint right there and loosened it from the middle so that they would evenly spread out. Put the tie rod, we put the toe arm on took off the coilover. He's taking off the coilover on the other side.
That's that 19. Yep.
And we've got the lower and the camber arm right here. We're just kind of trying to think on the smartest way of doing everything that's not going to mess up everything else. So hardest part, knock on wood, cross your fingers, in my opinion, is the rear upper. We got that in. Nothing is super tight yet. We will go over everything, but as soon as he gets the coilover off, which is loose up top anyways, we'll put the upper on as well as the toe arm on, and then the lowers go on. Figured we'd mess with the front last just because the front I think is the easiest, just dealing with spindles and uppers and all that stuff. We'll show you the flipped ball joint. Again, it's kind of race against the clock with the time, or race against the clock with the sun, but I think we're making good progress. So got the wheels, forgot that he will need a fender roll because these Johnnies are thick. So we'll see what we're doing about that. If we don't run those, then maybe I'll use some spacers on here and throw his stocks on or something, but I don't know. Figured I'd give you a quick update as things are going so that we can get back to grinding. One side is all together, not tightened yet, but all together. Sun is still up just to show you guys how fast we've been cooking. You know what I'm saying? Just jacked up once we put the coilover on, and I mean, that's pretty decently low. I'm hoping these Godspeeds do not disappoint. I'm already expecting disappointment, but hey, we're gonna get the other side together in just a second. We got Big Dog over here test fitting the big Johnnies.
You can't clean that shit.
Do they even go on?
No.
No, bro. It'll sit on top of the fucking tire.
Bro.
Anyways, we got to get back to this side. We have the camber arm and the traction arm. Correct me. I think earlier I called them the wrong arms. The camber arm is the one that the coilover sits in, and the traction arm is the one that goes sideways underneath the toe arm. So we're gonna get this side together. That side was not that bad, and then from there, I'm not sure. We'll tighten everything up. We'll start putting the fronts together, and then maybe get her on the ground. I don't know. Check that out. 8:30, and we are done. Oh, it is getting dark. We are done with the rear. We do have to tighten everything up, but all arms are installed and together, coilovers together, all of that. Sun literally just went down. All of this light is natural lighting, you know what I'm saying? Just want to let you know that, you know, if you think about stuff before you do it and you figure out what arms and you put the arms to stock spec, everything should go together like stock, which we tried to do as much as possible. Probably could have been done faster if we had multiple sets of different tools and stuff, but the rear is done. Again, I think the front will be the easiest thing to do. We're gonna go back through, we're gonna tighten everything. There's a cotter pin that goes on the ball joint of the rear upper. Yeah, just make sure everything is basically tight, not worry about alignment or height or anything right now. We'll get the fronts done and then probably adjust the rears to whatever we want to adjust them to. Max out the front with the flip ball joint and the maxed out upper control arm, and throw it all together. So it hasn't been that bad. Really, nothing has given us much of a headache. This is one of the builds that we haven't had to rush, but we've taken our time and kind of done it the right way, I guess. I don't know. Instead of just taking all three lowers off, trying to put everything back together, it's kind of just been like, yo, it makes sense. So all we have left, front uppers and front coilovers. Everything is taken apart anyways. You hype?
Oh yeah.
It's only been 2.5 hours and pretty much done other than the fronts.
We'll see what we can do. Hopefully we can fit those wheels.
While Vithi is tightening up the rear, I figured I'd show you what I meant by flipped ball joint. So right here on the right side, we have the front upper control arm. This is exactly how they are supposed to come or supposed to be on. And as you can see, the ball joint has a lot of room towards the back, excuse me while I fix my light, really right here to go. Well, all this room is room that you can afford to go back and get a couple more degrees of camber. If we come over here, you can see that the ball joint is all the way backed up, maximized camber compared to this. So if you look at them, you can see that is a drastic difference of about an inch or so, which will give you another 3 degrees of camber. So if these arms are supposed to give you 5, 6, they give you about 8 to 9. Rough numbers, but it does work. We're gonna end it today, 10 o'clock. When did we start, Vithi? What did he say, like 5:15, 5:30 or something? Not bad, getting rear uppers, all rear lowers, all coilovers and front uppers on. Not too shabby. But yeah, I will catch you guys in the morning. I think we're gonna go eat. We'll throw everything on in the morning, adjust the rear, probably just max the upper out, and then the lowers will kind of just add as we please, I guess. But that'll be it for tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed this vlog so far. I'll catch you in the morning when we finish this up and hopefully get it on the road. Later. Welcome back. It is the next morning and we are starting to get grinding on this thing. So Vithi is tightening up everything on the front. We're gonna throw the rotors on, we'll throw the caliper on, make sure that this is all tight. I'll go and start on that other side, and then I think we're gonna throw the rear wheels on, max out the rear upper, figure out how to fit the wheels that are what, 13 wide, right? 12 wide, and then if we want to adjust some from the lowers, we will. Up front, not sure how much it's going to be, probably about -5-ish, so not sure if we're going to be able to fit the by 11s, but we will see. If anything, we thought about maybe switching them, putting the rears in the front, whatever, but we'll just go with the flow. Once everything's tightened up, once we can actually put it on the ground, we'll start adjusting the arms and then see how she fits. As we are about to drop it down, Jose pulled up. We maxed out and took off both locking rings on the rear upper, extended the rear lower just a little bit. Didn't really align it much other than kind of make it look straight just so we can get it on the ground and see. We couldn't fit the other ones up front just because they poke so much, and until we tilt the spindles, we can't flip the front ball joint. So that'll all be in due time, around -15, and right now probably once it's in the, or I guess once it's on the ground, maybe it'll be like -14, -15 rear. It's almost time to just throw it on the ground, tighten some lug nuts up, and kind of see how it looks. Go from there and adjust as, I guess, need be. I guess your bumper is not that heavy or low anyways.
No, it should clear that for sure. Camera on?
Yeah. Yeah, this thing used to be like monster trucking. All right, so as you guys just saw, the wheels fit. We definitely have to align it because these toe is crazy, front and rear, but she fits. That's all that we mattered. Yep.
It's good.
Yep. All right, well, now is time to, I guess, get the alignment going and maybe bring her out. And finally, the moment of truth. My good sir, we are 15 in the rear and about like 5 in the front. Sorry for the wind, I'm trying to talk louder, but we're about to go for a little test drive up and down the street, get some rollers real quick. The front is as low as it'll go just because the spindle is attached to the upper and the upper is sitting on the body. After we shorten the spindles, he'll be able to get a lot more low in the front, and rear is satisfactory for right now.
Yeah, no, rear's cool. It's not quite as poking as I thought it would, but hey, it'll work. I'm kind of tired of it right now, but.
So let's get some rollers.
Let's do it.
Let's go. And the wheels come off. Oh well, did all of this to fit the lips just to find out that the barrel is on the coilover. But we're still gonna throw the fronts on. No Sudani, a little bit weaker spec with I think 1/2 inch or maybe 1 inch smaller barrel, lip, also a smaller barrel, and kind of go from there. I just wanted to get you guys some rollers and stuff, which we'll do in a few, just not with these Johnnies. Take two. Hope you guys enjoyed those little rollers. Didn't get too much, just went up and down the street with Jose driving the truck, but hey, it moves, man. This is just the beginning, all in pretty much one day. We started less than 24 hours ago. Sheesh. Big things to come, as always, but hey, it moves, it looks good. We'll get the spindles right, we'll get the front right, we'll get them matched up, and it's just the beginning, right?
You like my new truck?
Vlog
That's
on
my
that.
car too.
That's his car.
That one's mine too.
Oh, yeah.
That one's mine too, and the truck back there.
Okay.
I'm just letting him borrow this one. For now.
Facts.
Feel me?
Facts.
Oh, and that one too. That one too.
Oh yeah, that one too. Facts. Hey man, about to end the vlog. Final words.
Final words. Shout out Logan for the help.
Yo, is this 5%?
Supposed to be 5%. Yeah. This is just
The beginning.
early stages.
Early
Figure
stages.
it out. We'll figure out if we're gonna use those wheels or not. Might seem a little, a little down right now, but just tired.
Very tired.
Tired as fuck.
And all got stuff to do. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I know it's kind of a random ending, but hope you enjoyed the small rollers that we got. Still a lot of work to do on this, but it is just the beginning. As all of the builds go on, they're gonna get better. This is all done in less than one day. So I think we have probably about like 7-8 hours of work putting all of this together, rolling some stuff, cutting some stuff, doing all that jazz. And I don't know, I'm just hyped to see where it goes. It's hot out, and I think we're all kind of beat. So I will catch you guys on the next one. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up, and if you aren't subscribed already, go down and hit that subscribe button. Helps out a whole bunch and pushes me to make as best content as I can for all of you guys. So I will catch you on the next one. Later.